You want me to do the intro? No. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast here on FanStream Sports, presented by OrionGolf.com. I am your host, the only host, and the best host of From the Rough, J. John E. Gerber, PGA professional. Over 20 years PGA professional. How was that? Was that good? How was that?
I think I might record that and just play that for every intro. Yes, sir, indeed. That was the host, the only host of this show, J.E. John Gerber, Gerbinator. You've got another From the Rough with a brand new open that I struggled to put together.
We are here. You just did this because I'm in studio. Dallas, I know how this works. I know this is a rare occurrence. I know it's a rare, but I'm going to be here for 5 days.
All right.
So get used to it.
If you say so.
Get used to it.
Until you get your call.
Yeah, we already got the call. We already got the call. I
got my call today, too, already.
I know. I saw that. That's why we're late. That's why you got all...
It is what it is.
I would say a word. You're going to ask me how to spell it, so I'm not going to say it.
How do you spell it?
Befuddled.
Oh, I know how to spell. I know what befuddled is.
Well, I don't. I know what it is. I don't know how to spell it. I was going to say you got all befuddled.
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 Yeah, that's it.
We are From the Rough. I'm Tim. That's Johnny. PGA of America member, Johnny Gerber, by the way.
That's right.
I'm contractually obligated to...
We are.
To say that.
We are. I got to get my credits. Every time we say PGA of America, I get a PGA credit for media. So we're good.
What do I get?
Same thing.
Do I get a free hole? Every time I say PGA of America member John Gerber, do I get a free hole at PGA Frisco?
Sure.
So I got to say it 18 times so I can play the whole course.
So it's like $25 a hole, basically what it is over there.
That's fine. Frisco. So I'll just say it 18 times.
Are you a Frisco resident?
I am.
All right. Well, then it's only $22 a hole.
It's only $700 a hole.
Yeah, they get, even me as a PGA member, over 20-year PGA member, they still charge. I can't even go over there and practice while I'm in town.
Yeah,
that's trash.
They just changed all that.
I don't know where my $820 a year goes in my PGA dues of the 30,000 PGA members. Where does that go? And I can't even go over to my own headquarters and do what I need to do.
I need to talk to some people over there and straighten some things out.
I tried.
Well, no, I think I can get more done. I'm a little more intimidating looking than you are.
Well, I can get past the gates. You can't even get
past the gate. My kid goes to school right next door there.
That doesn't mean you.
It does. It means I can do whatever I want.
Big earn.
That doesn't mean what you think it means.
Big earn.
Johnny, it is golf time in Texas. Once again, the final event on the PGA Tour scheduled before the greatest week in the history of sports. Dun, dun, dun. The Masters is upon us. It is the Texas Open, and a number of big names are in San Antonio to sharpen their games in the prequel before heading to Augusta National for this year's first major of the year. Tommy Fleetwood, Ludvig Åberg, Russell Henley, Jordan Spieth, Rickie Fowler, and Hideki Matsuyama are among the stars in the Lone Star State for the final tune-up before the Masters. Notably absent from that group, though, your nemesis, Collin Morikawa, who was in the field until Tuesday when he withdrew due to a lingering back injury, but we know what the real reason he's out is.
Hangnail.
Yeah, on his toe.
Hangnail, and he saw the text messages. What's going on?
He looked at her phone.
And he knew coming to Texas how close I am in proximity to him is.
He didn't feel good about that.
He felt very uncomfortable. He felt very uncomfortable with the text message, and I didn't get a text message back.
No. Well, she's afraid to.
I don't blame her.
She's got to make sure that all the finances are in order before she can leave.
Yeah, she's going to double dip.
Yeah.
I mean, she gets. Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
I think you just did.
Well, there it is.
Morikawa was hoping to use the Texas Open as a way to shake off some of that rust and test his back before the Masters, but instead will opt for one more week of rest and join
Scotty Scheffler.
And Royal McIlroy. I don't have a Royal.
Royal?
I told you 5, 6, 7 years ago when we started this show, I cannot say Rory McIlroy.
What is she, Lord?
It is the
gonna
worst.
Be Royals.
You know I was related to her, right?
Oh, God, here we go. What? No, what do you mean related? She's from New Zealand.
Australia.
That same thing.
It is kind of the same thing. No, Lauren's, my ex-wife.
Which one?
The most recent Lauren, the one you knew.
Number 6?
17.
Okay.
Her uncle
I don't believe this
married Lord's mom.
Come on.
True story.
Lord's mom lived here?
No, he lives over there.
He does?
Mm-hmm. He hasn't been in the United States since the 70s.
I don't blame him.
I don't either. A little bit. Back when Jimmy Carter was still here.
Who's that?
Our second president
Peanuts.
of the United States. Yeah, peanut farmer from Georgia.
Georgia.
Speaking
of Georgia.
What? The Masters? They need to move that.
Next week.
Can they move that?
They're not going to move the Masters, but we need to move some other things as we talk about the Texas swing. But we only got the Texas two-step. This is the second Texas two-step, which is sad. I told you last week we fixed the tour.
Yeah.
We fixed the tour.
They just need to listen to you.
They will soon.
Will they?
Yeah, they will.
I don't even listen to you.
Well, that don't mean.
But there's still plenty of stars in San Antonio this week. All of the top stars in the field are searching for the first victory of the 2026 PGA Tour season. They'll all be looking to do what Brian Harman did a year ago, pick up a win at the Texas Open to carry some positive momentum into the Masters. Johnny, it is TPC San Antonio, the Oak Course, and it is the very stable, the correct,
you love it,
the righteous, all it should be. It's a par 72.
It's the only righteous, correct thing in your whole entire life is the par 72 in golf, because everything else in your life is a wreck.
Everything else is a lie if you're not a par 72.
Yeah.
7,438 yards this week for the pros. Pete Dye, your co-architect with some dude that I don't mention his name out loud.
Well, Pete Dye's wasn't on there, but it's, no, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
He's the co-architect of the course.
No, he was dead before they even started, but it's Greg Norman.
He was the original.
The original.
How much you want to bet?
No.
How much you want to bet?
No.
Pete Dye
No.
designed this course before that idiot went in and retooled it.
Nope.
And destroyed everything we'd all worked for. Although it's in San Antonio, so how correct can it be?
I love San Antonio.
I know you do.
I love
gross.
San Antonio.
It's dirty.
No, it's not dirty.
It's dirty people down there. I love you people in San Antonio. Keep listening to the show.
I love living in San Antonio.
Gross. Johnny, our purse, $9.8 million. Okay, San Antonio or Kansas City?
San Antonio all day long.
San Antonio or Frisco?
Frisco. Well, there's no anything higher than Frisco for me.
Kansas City or Columbus?
Sure.
Scotty Scheffler.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot going to be happening in San Antonio. Everybody uses this when possible as a tune-up for the big tournament next week, Johnny. What is it you're hearing about the course setup? What is it that we can expect from the rough other than us? And maybe some AWC happening because this is Texas and it is April.
Yeah, the golf course is going to set up firm and fast like it always does. Not a lot of rough. They're not going to put a lot of rough out there. It's just, this golf course, man, it's a kind of a weird place. And here's why I say that is because the golf course, with the exception of, I'll say this correctly, there's a lot of elevation there.
Yeah.
And because you're kind of the north or
the hill country.
south, you're south of the hill country. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're north of that's where the hill country starts, and then you got South Austin. So you have a lot of elevation changes. But you're playing a golf course that's going to requires you to hit it knee-high to a grasshopper, right? So it's a very kind of a weird place, and it can change every single day.
Yep.
So you look at, last year 9 under won the golf tournament. Year before last 20 under won the golf tournament when it didn't blow at all. So you're looking at a place it's super bipolar. Depending on the wind, it's a big ballpark. Driving accuracy is not going to be the number one key to this week. It's going to be iron play, controlling your trajectories. Length isn't going to be an issue. The bombers aren't going to have a massive advantage because there's going to be so much rollout.
Right.
So, that's why you saw last year Brian Harman winning, and he didn't hit it, higher than his head, and he's 5'2". Mm-hmm. And, that's why he was a British Open winner. So you get those type of characteristics potentially if the wind gets that way, but it could go a million different ways. So it's a little bit of a difficult tournament to handicap unless you really focus on the weather, but that thing can change really fast also. So no rough, firm conditions, 74 100 yards, par 72 plays. It's going to play a million times shorter than that.
Yeah.
It is. The par 5s are going to be reachable for most of the field. Like I said, no rough. So, yeah, the iron players, the guys can wedge it. The greens are a little bit quirky, kind of elevated. They're going to be, they're going to be super fast, super firm. So look at firm and fast conditions. They could get some rain down there. It's just hard to say. I know we're going to get some trash weather here in Dallas here the next few days. So I don't know if it will continue down there 5 hours south of us, but man, it's a hard place to handicap. When you see that variance of 1 year from the next of 20 under winning and then 9 under winning, that tells you it's all about the AWC.
So without getting into your card too much, by the way, we will have Johnny's winning picks like we do for every preview show. That's coming up here towards the end of what we're going to have is an abbreviated show today due to some network restrictions that we're having to pay off.
That's on me.
Thank you, Uncle Julio's.
That's we have to do we're doing an appearance after this at a restaurant right here by the studio. We got asked to do an appearance, so we're gonna do that. So it's gonna be a little shorter show, but we're gonna make up for it next week as we're gonna do a bunch of shows next week, a 2-hour special. I hate going into this the week before the Masters because all we want to talk about is the Masters because we're so excited. It's your birthday, so hopefully you're able to actually show up for a couple shows and just not banged up. But this isn't an important week. It is, and like I said, I hate to move so far past this week and talk about the Masters, but it is super exciting. But we have an appearance we have to do here, so sorry about the abbreviated show.
But so your favorite here this week, because you don't have some of the top names, especially because of Morikawa failing and being too scared to play. Tommy Fleetwood is your favorite here this week at 29-2, according to DraftKings.
Just trash bet. 29-2. Just make it 15-1. Like, what are you doing?
It's so weird how they split hairs sometimes with those. I don't really understand that.
DraftKings trash.
Well, and it's odd because the first 4 guys, Aberg, 31-2.
That makes no sense.
Russell Henley and Robert McIntyre, 35-2. What is the point in doing that?
So you got to bet 200 to win that, as they don't want to move the odds.
Right.
It's a thing that I don't get. You see that with Scotty Scheffler a lot.
Yeah.
Right? He goes he's such a prohibitive favorite that they got to put more money down to win to win some real money. So I don't like that way of betting, and me, I don't bet favorites anyways. So it just went over my head.
Well, and we've even got more though, even farther down. Jordan Spieth, of course, 19-1. May never win another tournament in his whole career. Siwoo Kim is listed at 41-2.
I got him a little bit different, but
and it gets worse.
Yeah,
Maverick McNeely, who's had another solid start to the season, by the way. Still needs to kick that extra gear in, I think. 47-2.
Yeah, so they're making you double up your bet to actually
your minimum
win
bet.
More. Yeah. So they're it's.
But I don't normally see that in other tournaments.
You see maybe one player
on the favorite, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see this many people
this far down.
Having to wage 200 to win 46. So not for me. So
no, I don't really understand.
All you suckers out there, go ahead and bet that.
And again, you can bet the favorites, as Johnny says, if you just don't want to make any money, but you want to brag a lot, then that's what you're betting the favorites for, right? Yeah. Especially at those odds. Anytime you've got a /2, I don't care what the number is in front of it, you're just not going to make that much money. It's really not worth the value.
Yeah, when there's a 2, you're out. There's no slash after 2.
And since we're talking about the so-called Texas swing, and really this is the Texas swing part 1, because we have one later in the year too, up here in North Texas, kind of. Why don't they play the Texas tournaments together?
Well, a little bit of that hurt them with the obviously the Masters isn't changing, but the PGA Championship moving to the spring.
Play the Masters here.
Where?
Colonial.
I'm gonna tell you how to fix this. And I've made this proposal to do the Texas. Here's how you fix it. You keep the Masters what it is.
You move Hilton Head to the fall, which is great. You get rid of New Orleans, the team event, the two-man team event.
Right.
You move the PGA back to the fall. So
Where it belongs.
I love they made this whole bullshit story about, hey, it gives you opportunities to play other golf courses, but it also eliminates other golf courses too, because the old school PGA golf courses that you can play in them, and we saw that at Rochester, it got too cold. It was too nasty. They hated it. Then you create after the Masters, so you got Florida swing, or you got West Coast swing, Florida swing in March. Then you have the Players, part of the Florida swing. Then you have you say you have the Masters, and then after the Masters, you do the Texas swing. Right?
Yeah.
It's not so hot. Then even after the Texas swing, you can move them, and that would be April, so there'd be first week of May. Then you could actually have the PGA if you wanted, and then you would get north, and you can go to the you got Memorial. So you would move Colonial, and you would move the Byron Nelson earlier, move Hilton Head and get rid of the two-man team, and move Hilton Head to the fall. And then it frees you up with some things that you could actually play around with. And then you could still have the PGA if you wanted to in May. Then you have the PGA the second week of May, which would be where Byron Nelson would be.
Right.
Then you could put in maybe something, or you can move Hilton Head before that. So there's ways to do it just to combine those things. And I just thought it would be really cool that you have these 4 tournaments in 3 different sectors.
Right.
And then as opposed to having the AIOA or whatever the hell they call it, 5 or 10, you could have the winners of the Texas West Coast swing, the Florida swing, and the Texas swing get the points wherever they're finished up. So I think they're playing around with it. They're changing events, and they're eliminating events, and the New Orleans is going to be a casualty for sure. I mean, the two-man, no one plays in that. You're getting half the field's Corn Ferry guys, which is great. I get it. But yeah, that's going to be a casualty. So there's ways to do it. I would love to see Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, back to back.
Yeah, all together.
2 weeks after the Masters. And then let them do that run, take a break, and then go to Memorial and the Canadian Open, or the Memorial, Canadian Open, and U.S. Open, right? So there's ways to do it. I think they're figuring out. It's probably not on their radar,
right?
But it should be.
Well, and it might be. They've already announced, of course, some of these big changes hopefully happening in 2027 with the schedule and with the tournaments and the signature events and some things that I don't quite understand yet. Hopefully I will as we get closer to it. And some things I'm sure that proposal will change before we get there. And, maybe scheduling some of these events closer together, we'll be on it. I don't know, but something's got to give here. I do enjoy having the Byron Nelson and the Colonial back-to-back again and so close together. I hate that the Byron Nelson's right after the PGA because you don't get a lot of guys that come play it because of that, So, but it is what it is. We're happy to have them here whenever they come here. I am Tim. That's Johnny. We're from the Rough. On the other side of our abbreviated episode, it's time for Johnny's winning picks, as well as everyone's favorite new segment, The Wheel of Misfortune, where Tim bases his picks based on the wheel and what Johnny defines as just straight up trash, even though he's partially responsible for said picks.
Yep.
And that's how we do it now. Back on the other side here on From the Rough on FanStream Sports after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey folks, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center, a very different kind of approach to primary care. Personalized preventative medicine, not a one-pill-fits-all mentality. Christopher Lugo and his experienced medical staff are proactive in looking at issues before they become a problem, encouraging a healthy lifestyle with proper diet, supplements, and exercise to optimize your active lifestyle. Rather than the impersonal, rushed approach, you will be the only patient and will have our full attention. That's new. Getting old is inevitable, but feeling and looking old is avoidable. Bay Area Modern Medical Centers are experts in anti-aging regenerative medicine that optimizes your body's performance in many areas. So call for an appointment to get started on a journey back to full health and a happy life with a new, modern way of healthcare. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly. Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough on FanStream Sports, live from the Dallas studios. Tim and Johnny reunited, and it feels so golf. I like that.
I didn't.
You didn't like it?
I didn't. Your tone is not very good. It's not good.
We are live from the Dallas studios, as I mentioned. It is the preview show for TPC San Antonio, down in just the dirtiest city.
No, it's
possibly
not.
All
Stop.
Of the whole country.
Stop. I love it.
I didn't mean that in a bad way.
I can come up with a million other cities that are way
in Texas?
dirtier.
Houston?
Hurston's
Houston's worse. Pasadena.
New Orleans.
Pretty gross. That's not Texas, sir.
Well, but you think it is, but
Nothing
it's
wrong with New Orleans. That is a pristine city. The architecture, the food, the homelessness, the hurricanes.
I guess there's no picks today because that's just awful. Awful.
It's my hometown, sir.
I know, but that doesn't mean it's
It's
nice.
actually not my hometown. It's about an hour from my hometown, but I can't tell people where I was born because they've never heard of it, so I just say New Orleans. It's just easier.
Okay. That too.
Where were you born? I say Houma, Louisiana, and they're like, Homer? I'm like, no, Homer is in North Louisiana.
Is that
Homer.
why you're a Max Homa fan?
No, it's spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Max Homa fan because Max Homa's a badass.
All right.
I mean, he forgot how to play golf for a minute.
Oh, he's all right though. I actually like him.
He's coming back. He's a good dude. He's a great follow on social media, and he's a little self-deprecating, which you gotta respect. You know,
he's like New Edition, man. They've been out for a while, but they making a comeback.
No,
yeah, they're back in concert.
Nobody cares.
I do.
You should have used a relevant band like Backstreet Boys or something.
Bell Biv DeVoe.
Never heard of them, sir. I don't know who Bell is or Biv.
What about DeVoe
or Devo?
Devo.
I know who Devo is.
Yeah. Hey, Friday. He'll beat you
New
up.
Edition.
He'll kick your ass.
Stupidest band ever.
You said Devo or Debo?
Devo.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, Devo's great. Crack that whip.
No. Give that back a slap.
One dude's still making money off that stupid song.
Sure he is. Good for him.
Just idiots.
Good for him.
And I make a song, Johnny. I need to make a song.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good one.
New Orleans is trash.
It wasn't a good one. I didn't write that. I just sang it.
What,
a
New
couple
Orleans
times.
is trash?
It is time to get into the Wheel of Misfortune picks, Johnny. As I have all of my 7 names for those that are new to this, I picked 7 names who I feel might place at some point in the tournament or be involved in the discussion on Sunday afternoon. And I then write them down, and I write down their odds for winner, for top 10, and for top 20. I then place them on the Wheel of Misfortune. Thusly, as you will see over my right shoulder on the big screen if you're watching. By the way, if you guys are listening to the recorded podcast, we adore you just as much. So maybe you should check us out and look at our faces at some point on our YouTube channel. But so then I spin the wheel, but before I do, Johnny says this is going to be my winner. It will be my top 10 or my top 20. And that's how Tim's Wheel of Misfortune picks go. So without further ado, and by the way, the wheel gets its own camera, Johnny.
It does. It does. And it deserves its own camera.
It does. We're rolling with the close-up of the wheel. As my first pick, Johnny, which place will this be for my first spin of the wheel?
Since me being back in the studio for hadn't been here for the last few weeks, we're going to go all natural with outright winner. We're going to go down the run.
Okay. We're going in order. So the first spin is my outright winner on the Wheel of Misfortune, Johnny.
Probably some guy that's probably not playing in the tournament.
Probably not. John Daly. How about Michael Thorbjornsen for my winner, Johnny?
God damn, he might win.
Johnny, he is listed at 28-1.
It's going to be the week he might win. I don't have him on my card.
You did this. Which means my second spin will be for my top 10, Johnny.
Yep, we're going straight down the throat, coach.
Straight down the gullet.
Bjornsen again. He's going to do both.
He's going to win.
Well, if he wins.
Technically, if you win, you're in the top 10.
Sometimes when you score, you score.
Sometimes when there's only one pickle in the pickle jar, you just got to eat that pickle. Big money, no whammies, no whammies. How about Ryo Hisatsune?
Sure.
I know how to say his last name. Hisatsune.
Sure.
All right, there's your top 10, Johnny. He is listed at plus 320.
That's value.
For top 10.
Value. That's like HEB.
Please don't be a name that I can't pronounce for my top 20.
Yeah, because especially the guy with your hand is right there. There's no chance in hell for a top 20 pick. How about this?
I know how to say it.
You do?
I just have to read it, yeah.
No, you don't. You don't know how to say that.
Sudarshan Velamaraju.
Yeah, God bless you. No.
That's exactly how you say it.
No, it's not.
It is.
His name is Steve.
He wishes. How about
Bjorn Borson win again?
Rickie Fowler, Johnny, top 20.
Yeah, it's just so good. So great.
Plus 130.
This is the week I'm
top
going to eat crow because you're actually going to get a winner this week. You're going to cash this week for sure.
Well, you're as responsible as I am because you made the pick.
Yeah, but
so when I lose, you lose.
Yeah. Well, that's in a lot of ways for sure. In a lot of ways for sure.
Kind of no question there.
Yeah.
Which means one thing and one thing only, boys and girls, that it's time for really the reason you're all here. I mean, we're not going to lie. You're here to make some money. And we do that with Johnny's winning.
We are doing it. We are doing it again. A little loser again last week. Just a little bit, though. We did go 1-0-2 on our matchups, so we were at 12, 7-4 in our matchups. We are plus 1765 for the year net profit. Normally going into the Masters, the first and the greatest major of the year. We're usually a little behind the 8 ball. We're usually a little in the red. We're usually a little down. But we are plus this year.
Right.
So this is great. Listen, again, this is a bipolar week when it comes to the golf course. You have to play extremely weird here because there's elevation. You got to hit it high in some spots, but the wind could be potentially blowing. Like we talked about earlier in the preview in the golf course, 9 under 1 last year, 20. You have 11 shot disparity because of the wind and the weather. I love Siwoo Kim this week, 22-1. He's played well all year. He just hasn't got it done. He's had one bad round. This golf course isn't going to be predicated on how straight you drive the golf ball. It's a big ballpark. Length isn't going to be an issue because it's going to play firm and fast. Love Siwoo at 22-1. Double M's, not the MM that Tim has in his two first and last names, Maverick McNeely at 26-1. Again, guy's not going to make a lot of mistakes, but he's not going to shoot 20 under par. So if we get it to 10, 11, 12 under, 9 under single digits, this guy's going to have a chance to win. Again, he fits that mold. He's played solid all year.
Yeah.
He just really has. He just hasn't got over this, got into the winner's circle, but has had some chances, man. Mm-hmm. This guy's solid. 26-1, man. I like him a lot. What else do we say about this guy? You know I love him. Sepp Straka, 30-1. Now here's the rub. He goes into in an interview, says this isn't one of my favorite golf courses on the PGA Tour. I don't like that when somebody says that, but he's like, I'm here to win. I'm not worried about next week.
Yep.
I'm here to win this. Again, it fits a little bit better of a mold than you think. He doesn't have to have the length to dominate the place because you're going to get so much rollout.
Right.
He can flight the ball as good as anyone. He's one of the best ball strikers on the PGA Tour. 30-1, I love him. Can we get another Canadian to win this tournament?
Good day, mate.
82-1. There's 5 Canadians win this tournament, including not back-to-back, but two-time winner Corey Connors.
Yep.
Mackenzie Hughes. If there's a deficiency in his game, it's his length. You don't need it this week. Mm-hmm. He's going to get the run out. He's a really good iron player, really good wedge player. Can't make a million birdies. Look at the theme. These guys can't make a million birdies with the exception of Siwoo Kim, but they're going to be steady. Like I said, not a lot of rough. Mm-hmm. If you hit a ball out of play, you hit a golf shot like you would hit. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, not good.
2 top 10s this week. Jordan Spieth at plus 240. Bobby Mack, first out the limo, plus 260. Jordan Spieth finished 12th here last year. Never finished worse than 12th at the Valero Texas Open. I think he's trending. He plays 15 good holes in a round of golf. Yep. Unfortunately, there's 18 that you have to play.
Maybe he should play live. I think that'd be more suited.
Would
for
you
him.
like Jordan Spieth if he played live?
No,
because you don't like him now.
I do like him.
No,
He's
don't.
never going to win
So
again.
why everybody you trash talk you like?
Who else do I trash talk?
Me.
Well, I like you.
Well, that's why you trash talk then. I guess it's the same. Jordan Spieth 240. Bobby Mack can hit it as high as your knees and as low as your knees and as high as the sun, man. 260. Bobby Mack, if it gets windy, I like him in this spot. 2 things I'm worried about Bobby Mack. He likes to drink, so there's a lot of opportunities down there.
Don't we all?
And I think he likes those Mexi Melts down there, too. So
Whoa.
we'll see about Bobby Mack. 2 top 20s, Alex Noren plus 180. Not a lot of value there, but the guy's never finished out of the top 12 in his 6 appearances at the Valero Texas Open. At this golf course, he's a grinder. He can flight it as good as anybody. Not a lot of spin player. He hits it dead on the button. Like him at plus 180. Not a lot of value, but I couldn't put him in. I had to have him on my card. I just didn't know where to put him because the value. You put him in the top 10. He's never really. This was a hard pick for me, but I had to put him somewhere. I know you can't make a lot of money on him at top 20, but we had to put him somewhere. And Eric Cole plus 375. Now, listen, he hasn't played well all year. Last couple weeks, he's played better. Length is, again, look at it. Length is an issue. Maverick, Sepp, Eric Cole, Mackenzie Hughes. You don't need length here. You're going to get run. You're going to get 40, 50 yards of run on this golf course. You are. But the way this guy, the way potentially this guy, if it gets windy and playing all kinds of conditions, playing in South Florida, I think at plus 375, playing a little bit better, and hopefully it doesn't get to the point to where you got to shoot 20. If he can get single digits to 10 under par, I think Eric Cole, I love him in value at plus 375.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm going to have to watch more Stanford golf, Johnny.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
We're watching the ladies Augusta National. Yeah. The Jose Moran, Maria Moran plays for Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. She's leading.
She
right
is
now
from
at
Columbia, I believe. If she's not from Columbia, she should be, because she's in a very attractive younger.
Well, whoever Revuelta is right now is very attractive from Stanford.
Well, Stanford golf has a lot of up and coming ladies in the world of a lot of things.
Think she'd go for a guy like me?
No. No,
Why?
you just probably no.
Because I'm probably older than her dad.
Well, that's one of the reasons, but it's not the only reason. I promise you that. There's probably a lot of reasons that a 18-year-old girl doesn't want to
don't
hang
know
out
that
with an
she's 18.
86-year-old woman.
She might be 19.
An old 86-year-old man.
She's not going to be 86 for another, 9 years, sir.
Yeah, okay. Well, close. I was close enough.
All right, finish your card.
That's it.
That was it.
That's it.
All right, well, there are your winners. Make sure you tune in to us for the weekend along all of our social media channels for Johnny's winning matchups. How are we doing on matchups this year, Johnny?
12-7-4. 1-0 and 2 last week, so 1 winner, no losses, 2 pushes. There's just not a lot of matchups that we haven't liked. It's just. Listen, I'm not
You
putting it
haven't
out
had
there
a lot
to
of
get-
matchups this year.
No,
Yeah.
haven't, because we don't see matchups that we like. Now we're gonna, like we talked about last week, we're gonna play around with different platforms. I know we've been getting a lot of information. A lot of people asking us, where do you have matchups? Mainly is BetUS, but we're going to play around with, we'll get maybe some BetMGM, some DraftKings to see where we can find the matchups. But the matchups on those sites aren't really usually very good, and there's not a lot of offering.
Right.
So if you continue to ask, where am I getting my matchups? They're all different in every platform, but I use BetUS. Listen, if anyone has this is the easiest way to do it. If we're going in Saturday, Sunday, please comment and say, hey, listen, what do you think about this matchup? We have this on DraftKings. It's maybe a little easier to DM us or comment on the show. Say, hey, listen, what do you think about this matchup on Saturday? I got this on DraftKings, and I'll say yay or nay. It's a good matchup. What's the value? What's the number?
At Jay Gerber, PGA Pro on the X machine. That's probably the best place to reach him.
I'll give you as much information as I can. If I like it, I don't. And like I said, we rarely put anything over minus 150. We just don't like to give up that much money on our money, just in case it happens. But listen, if you see a matchup outside of BetUS that you like, please let us know. Send me a tweet, send me a text, anything you want to, and I'll give you my opinion on it.
And there you are. Make some money this week on the week before the Masters. My golf weenie's going crazy. That's how I can tell I'm close to the Masters,
Yes.
Johnny. It's also my birthday week next week. As a matter of fact, a week from today.
Do you make pimento cheese sandwiches? Do you get the whole?
Love pimento cheese.
Do you make that and
sandwiches.
you wear your green jacket?
You know what? From when I won the Masters, I don't. They don't allow me to take it off property. You know how that works.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
You're not allowed unless your name's Gary Player.
Yeah, like
Then you still have the one that you won from.
yeah, he's trash.
Oh, wow. That's a hot sports opinion
No, it's not.
for the Black Knight.
No, it's not.
I thought just his sons were trash.
He thinks he invented golf. He thinks.
Well, he did in his country.
No, he didn't. He didn't even do that.
Is that even a real country?
South Africa?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Has anyone ever been there?
a lot of people. Me
Did
included.
they ever come back?
I'm right
You've
here.
been
aren't
to
I?
South Africa.
I have.
Really?
Yes. What?
And so it's a real place.
It's a
'Cause I
real
still
place.
dispute that.
It's a real place.
All right. The whole continent of Africa.
Africa's a real place too.
I don't know about that.
They
definitely don't have golf. It's one big sand trap.
They got giraffes.
Giraffes in the sand traps.
No, there's not a lot of sand there.
Really? It's called the Sahara Desert.
I know, but there's not a lot of sand.
We should go build a golf course in the Sahara
No,
Desert.
I'm not going to do that.
Speaking of Africa, I'm going to move to Dubai one day. Love Dubai.
Are we done?
I don't know.
Oh,
What's wrong with Dubai?
Nothing. But you don't have a passport.
I don't need a passport.
Yes, you do.
I'm IndyCarTim.
Oh, there you go. That solves everything.
Well, this is From the Rough. It's been From the Rough. It's been very rough today. We hope you enjoyed it. We will be back on Monday with our recap, with our winners, to talk more about the Valero Texas Open. I don't know why I just said it that way. It's just how it came out. It must be the vodka talking to me.
They got their Venezuelan oil.
As I'm watching the Augusta
Got you
National
distracted.
Women's Amateur. Oh, there's Stanford again.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, I can't. I take it back. I take all of it back that I said about her. She's got Tiger sponsorship on her. The worst logo in all of sports.
Sunday red.
He ruined it. No, he ruined it with his new logo. We'll talk about that Monday.
It's going to be Sunday orange before too long.
Please. Wow. Clip that.
Yep.
We'll be saving that for later.
Mark.
We'll see you on Monday. I'm Tim. That's Johnny. Y'all keep hitting them straight or something.